Hello. So recently, with the whole coronavirus hysteria, and I don't even think you should call it hysteria, with how fast the virus is spreading, not just in the United States, but globally. We have this sort of issue where people are spreading misinformation, or I guess at this point you can probably call it disinformation, with the amount of facts and sources you can find out there. Now, as a point of provocation, and I don't want to seem insensitive or anything, but recently I made a post on our Wall Street bets. Essentially, I said I was looking into investing in, the companies that are trying to find the coronavirus vaccine and the companies that are producing kits. Again, whatever your view on that, whether it's a feasible thing, whether it's a good investment or not, I don't think that's the point. But there was a comment on that thread, and somebody said there will never be a vaccine for COVID-19. And if we had a vaccine, we would have already treated SARS in 2003. I think comments like this, especially with people saying, oh, as long as you're a young person, you'll be all right. As long as you don't have a compromised immune system, you'll be all right. As long as you're not an old person, you'll be all right. I think comments like this underline I don't even know what to call it, whether it's, just not caring, a point of not caring anymore. In particular to the person who said that we would already have had a vaccine for SARS. I think they're confusing the whole entire coronavirus classification. Now, coronavirus or coronaviruses, I know right now colloquially we're calling COVID coronavirus. I guess it's because, it flows better on the tongue. But the coronavirus itself, the family coronaviruses, they're responsible for many things, one of which being the common cold. And the point they were trying to make was that if we, had found a cure for the coronavirus, it would have been a good thing, but it's essentially impossible. That's what they're trying to say, because we still have the common cold. Now, like I said, I guess this comes with, the whole mincing of words and, using colloquial terms. I can't speak. We really shouldn't be confusing these things. So, yeah, SARS, MERS, and COVID-19, these are all like specific types of coronaviruses, and they all have similar infection mechanisms. In particular, the protease inhibitors on these viruses are all similar, and in 2003, when there was a SARS outbreak, had we invested the time, invested the money to find a proper vaccine, the current COVID-19 outbreak that we're experiencing right now probably wouldn't be as large, or probably most likely wouldn't have been an issue. The fact is, in 2003, the SARS outbreak was a bit brief, and it kind of went away. There wasn't that much of an incentive to invest in these companies that are doing research or trying to find a vaccine. But now that it has become a pressing issue globally, we're going to see more of that. But yeah, I just, I'm making this video because there's just so much to deal with at the moment. You have Donald Trump, essentially, he met with various people. The president of Brazil and his, health minister, are both right now diagnosed with coronavirus. And, his recent press conference today, I'm recording this video March 13th. Friday the 13th, 2020. His recent press conference was really odd, just how he was discounting the journalists' questions. Yeah, it's just a really strange thing to see. But hopefully, with the news about research into a vaccine, hopefully this thing can be fast-tracked. Hopefully we can, and I know this is probably a long shot, but maybe in half a year's time we can get a vaccine out there, because this thing is posing a real threat. And just because you're a young person doesn't mean you shouldn't have a concern, because maybe older people in your life, maybe you live with you have older parents, or you have grandparents. You can be all right, but the risk is when you pass on these diseases to people who don't have an adequate immune system to fight them off. And we really shouldn't be saying, we really shouldn't have this point of arrogance saying, oh, I'll be all right, but, old people will die, or people with a weak immune system will die. You have these weird, Darwinist bros who are like, oh, yeah, only the fittest will survive. I know a guy who's like that, and he has asthma. So it's kind of strange, how they're just so flippant about this outbreak. Hopefully this slows down, and hopefully things go back to normal. So this was a quick video. I'm gonna leave the studies, particularly the studies talking about SARS, in the description. I think they're very interesting, and you know, the notion that if we had developed a proper protease inhibitor for SARS in 2003, if we had effectively addressed that outbreak, COVID-19 wouldn't have been a problem today. So yeah, thanks for watching, and see you on the next video. Peace.